I think the first half of the fall, in comparison to previous years, has been actually very good. We've done better at most of the events early in the season this year than we have in the past, so that's been a lot of fun. Also, we've had a lot of growth already. Our freshman class has been really strong and really helping us prepare for our events. I'd say we have our first real big event this weekend, and we're really looking forward to seeing where we stack up after the last month.
I think our team has a lot of potential this season. We've gotten a lot of new recruits and walk-ons, so we're trying to get them up to speed on the team.
So far I would say that they've definitely helped a lot with making practices a lot more competitive, which really helps us on the competition team simulate what real racing is going to be like and help us be sharp for the events.
We also have a lot of women's skippers coming in, so we've already had Emily Haig, one of the freshmen, sail a women's event in B-Fleet, and she did really well, so that's really promising for the women's team also.
Yeah, so on the co-ed side, we're returning, both Ty and I, so we're returning both of our skippers from the last push for Atlantic Coasts, and as you said, it's, winning ACCs last year was huge and it was great. Now it's time to dig back in. So the goal is definitely to get there, try and win again. We're going to do the best that we can. I mean, within, keeping it in perspective, we're just going to keep trying to plug away and do better at each event.
And also with the women's team, we've had a lot of development with the skippers we've had now. Like we have one junior and one senior, so they're very experienced in their regattas. So pretty much the women's team goal is trying to qualify for all the events we couldn't have in the past.
The women's team has started off strong from the beginning. Our first regatta was here at home at the Tony Deutsch, and we came in fourth in that event, which was really exciting. That was a good finish for us, and again, we came in fourth this past weekend at Roger Williams at the Amanda Trophy, both women's B-level events, so we did really well at those. We're very excited to keep the momentum going forward. We also went to the Stu Nelson at Cannes, definitely a trickier venue for us because we're used to sailing a really shifty breeze here on the Charles, and that was much steadier, so we got some practice there, and we're hoping to continue that as we go forward in the season. So from the women's side, as far as goals go for this season, we're really hoping to qualify for Atlantic Coast Championships because we haven't gone in the last few years, at least since I've been around. And so 2 years ago, the qualifier was here at Harvard, and now it's back at Harvard, so we're excited to be competing here on the river to qualify for ACCs. Our freshmen have been a great asset to this team. Our practices have been much more competitive, and everyone's really pushing each other as much as they can to try to accomplish all the goals across all teams. Co-ed, women's, we're all one big team. We all practice together, and that's what makes us better.
It's been a good transition for me. I took some time off between high school and college, so didn't get a chance to practice sailing quite as much for about a year. But the coaching is really high level, so I've been getting up to speed really quickly. The peer mentoring is really good too, so it's been great.
I'm coming straight from high school sailing, so I found that a lot of the fundamentals have carried over pretty nicely, but there are some finer details that I can definitely work on, and older members on the team have been showing me the way and mentoring me on how to just refine and make what I do know even better.
It's very different. Like there's things that stay the same, like across the entire sport, no matter like what boat or what what sailing you do. But at the same time, there are like fundamentals that are different, like that I've never had to implement before, I guess, in a way. There's definitely been like a learning curve, and it's getting better, but it's still like there's much to know, much to figure out.
I think the sailing team especially has really good camaraderie. We all hang out together before practice. After practice, we all go to dinner. So that's definitely a highlight. Something I was looking forward to before I even came here. And on top of that, the team is, even though we're really close off the water, we're really competitive with each other on the water. And the coaching that happens boat to boat and from the coaches, is really good.
I really like that the sailing team is really a family, both on and off the water, where we're all trying to help each other get better on the water, and we're really focused in practice. And then afterwards, we all grab dinner together, and we still hang out off the water. And we're not only a team while we're in practice; we're still a team afterwards. So my first regatta was just over at Harvard, so it wasn't too far. And it was really interesting because I was with another freshman, and it was both of our first times in the FJ class boat racing. But there wasn't, it was pretty familiar still, not quite as different as a lark. And so, you know, it was just getting used to the shifty conditions on the Charles and kind of still getting used to where we're sailing at and what we're doing. But it was really focused, and we still ended up doing pretty well.